Hey there guys, Ephraim's Vanguard here, and welcome to this next episode of Let's Play The Simpsons Hit and Run, where Homer will continue eating himself. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to not like this costume. But we're just going to continue along. Not necessarily continue along, because I just started the episode. You can hear some weird organ song in the background playing. Obviously matching a Halloween aesthetic, and yeah. Where I hit that earlier, it appears to have broken. So, what happens if I, like, ground pound it? Nothing. I can't hit it. Oh, yeah, I can. It'll just fall out of the sky. Glitches are extra spooky, so it fits. But, right now what I want to do is I want to continue along down here. Try to avoid running over zombies. Because they don't give me money, unlike some... Why am I trying to get money? I have more than enough. Because that's the problem. Some police cars will show up. Except they're not police cars in this specific mission. They're a type of car that we'll be seeing later, but it's specifically... They're called the hearse. Because that's sort of what they are, but they're more stylized. And they do have the sirens. I can't remember if actual hearses have sirens. At least down here, I don't think they do. They usually do have police escorts, for what that's worth. Of, you know, actual marked vehicles, but they don't have sirens like these. So, it's more so just to fit the aesthetic. And ignore what you saw there, that's more of a spoiler for later. Then again, that is where we're going, isn't it? I'm just trying to avoid these guys so I can get them off my tail. There we go. Nice. Yep. Just outrun them long enough and they'll eventually go away. But I do think I want to start down there, just start with the mission, because we didn't get too much done last episode. There is some boxes over here we can destroy, and there was obviously some stuff that I ran by that I didn't mention, but, you know, we'll live with it. Now what does this say? Excuse you, Skinner. Today is hearing test Thursday, and what is it? Springboard School of Magicry. Skinner, out of the way. If I run over you, it's your fault, bud. Yeah, get stuck under my tire. That's your fault. Alright, I actually do need to get out, so out of the way. Oh, and here's something I might have neglected to mention earlier. This time, instead of Ralph, Nelson, and Milhouse, we have zombies handling the races. You might have seen the other two as we were driving by. At least one of them. I'm not positive where the second one is, but it's also a zombie, as you can imagine. But here they are. You can kick them. And he'll roll down the hill, seemingly indefinitely, until he gets into the road and almost gets run over by a witch. But we can do those races. I'm not going to now. But they renovated the entire school in just a couple days for Halloween. Oh, and spiders do randomly just fall down from the sky. I don't like that, because I don't like spiders. Like, not at all. In fact, I hate them. I know some people are like, when they see a spider, they'll catch it and release it back into the wild. No, spiders die at my house. So that's the same as before. I don't like the idea of a noose hanging in the classroom, no matter how Halloween-y it is. It just feels wrong. But what's back here? Really, no walking by gag? That's unfortunate. This poor soul died trying to drink out of the water fountain. Probably died because he was drinking out of the water fountain, knowing how those things are. So there's that fire extinguisher, and I can't remember many... Oh, there's some in the Quickie Mart that we can do. Yeah, these are just the same costumes as before. I'll stay in this horrendous beast. And we'll run into the back. Actually, I can drive the car back there. Yeah, there's a soda machine. I just want to get them so you guys can see it, even if I don't need it anymore. because y'all probably aren't going to spend several hours listening to podcasts and grinding for coins. Oh, here's a... well, box. Here's a pretty big change with level 7 compared to the previous ones. This area is blocked off. And there's wasp over here, but more importantly, the area is blocked off. So you actually can't go to the area with Mr. Burns' mansion anymore. That was basically... the mansion itself was exclusively level 4, except for the short snippet we got in level 1. And technically, you can clip out of bounds to get into Mr. Burns' mansion, because it is still, like, rendered just in low detail. But you're not intended to go there. Like, inside of it, instead of just in the chessboard in the backyard. But is this mostly just the same as before? Oh, except it has design for all zombie radio. ZMB. Oh my gosh. But I beat around the bush long enough. You can see this in the background over here. We gotta talk to comic book guy, and it's suspiciously near this UFO in the sky. Obviously, we're dealing with aliens, so there's a pretty good reason for the UFO to be flying back here. Why it decided to be behind a school, of all things, we don't quite know. And... sorry, I'll just block your way, all rude like. You might notice... oh yeah, there's the hearse that will eventually unlock. But you might notice that, except for the car that we were just driving, I took the time off screen to change all the percentages of the cars back to 0, just in case we ever happen to use them again. I wanted to use them. Except for the pickup truck, which can remain destroyed. Except for now, because I want to show off something with it. Is Cletus? Oh no. Cletus isn't here. So we just straight up stole his truck. That's good. And my head's poking out the top. But if we just come over here, you can see a very interesting thing with the tractor beam. Homer will automatically jump out of the car. Don't shoot! And it'll automatically destroy your car. And that actually knocked me around, surprisingly. It usually doesn't do that. I think it's because it, like, technically fell on top of me. But once it reaches the top, it'll lethally damage the vehicle, and then the vehicle itself will be destroyed a couple seconds later. So, that really serves no purpose except for destroying your car, so I wouldn't recommend doing it again. But I want to show that off with the pickup truck, because, yes, I am still angry at Cletus for screwing me up all the way back in level 3. And that was what, like, in, like, September or October? And now it's May? Yeah, I hold grudges for a long time. Believe me. Cletus won't forget. And what's even better, if the chassis, you can drive the chassis out of the way, but if it's not out of the way, you can just, and it'll immediately start floating back up again. And get lethally damaged. And it'll blow up. And you can just repeat that as often as the wrench respawns. So if you really hate someone like I do, you can just make their property suffer indefinitely. So, and you don't really have any harm to your own, except unless you happen to lose some coins. I don't know why this car wasn't affected, but it wasn't. So, we'll just have to live with it. Come on, B. There we go. I could see him about to shoot me, so I'm glad I got that before I lost like 30 coins. Then again, the coins don't matter. There were some weird audio effects there, and I don't like it. Is that supposed to be from, like, the school bus? Because that was Lisa saying, ow, my hair. Don't like it. Human cookbook? I don't like that either. What is all this gruesome stuff? Okay, can we take this down? Yes, we can. It'll fall down pretty slowly, but we can. And, don't click GameCube. I'd imagine there's still, something on top up here. Some wasps, at least, so it was worthwhile to come up here. I promise we'll go talk to comic book guy in a moment. Actually, I'll need to change out my car, because then again, if that car's just sitting there not getting destroyed, it's probably because comic book guy No, no, no. I think it's actually involved in the mission, so I'm not going to mess with it right. Aw, there was just a coin floating there, and it tricked me. Hey, Donkey Kong taught me that, well, in Donkey Kong's case it's bananas, but if there's a collectible item leading the way off of a cliff, it's usually safe, because it'll lead to a secret. Oh, no, 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 no. I almost got blown away by that. I sort of don't know how I didn't, but, you know, I'll take it. Also, that was an easy wasp to destroy. Okay, I'm starting to see an excess of money, so, I'm not sure how many coins I grinded off the screen. It was probably close to 2,000. 2,000 probably wouldn't be enough for you, so you might need, in your own time, you might need to grind like maybe 500 coins, between 500 and 1,000. I don't know, that's a broad range, but whatever. It's a little awkward how, the draft that they give you, before it would push you off, but here it just sort of shows you to a wall, because they didn't really account for the, I can never remember what those are called, the pointy parts. Whatever. The castle-y part. I'll say that. It doesn't really account for that being in the way now, so it's a little awkward. There's like ghostly sounds on the playground. Even though we know those folks are in fact very still alive, but it's still weird. It actually reminds me of, weirdly enough, Call of Duty 4. And maybe some of the other Call of Duty games, but I know definitely Call of Duty 4 at least, where there's several times where if you walk past a playground in one of the levels, you can hear children like playing the ghosts of children, because like everyone there's dead. But you still hear like children playing and stuff, and it's actually very creepy. There is some Modern Warfare 1 does some very creepy stuff, honestly.
Still, it's Willie's time. This isn't right. This isn't right at all.
It isn't right, Willie. There's zombies about.
Unless you're a bunny Scottish lass in a bunny wee kilt. Shove off!
Alright, I'll shove off. But I want to go get my car again. Or should I? You know what? I'll try the Bearcat just for once.
Can you come and get me? I'll pay you in back rubs.
Yes, your own car will come get you. You should give it back rubs. This thing. Oh no 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 no!
That wasn't part of the deal.
Well, that was stupid of me. Also, yeah, the camera changes to this fixed angle.
Nothing lasts forever.
So if your car does get destroyed, you can drive the chassis out of it. That's just fine. It won't harm it. So you can get it out of the way that way. I just wanted to get the hearse over here. So when we do talk to Comic Book Guy, I'm waiting for the wrench to respawn. Actually, you know what? Just give it a couple moments. I'll cut to it off screen. Oh, never mind. It'll respawn. There we go. Get a new car. Yeah, it's sitting right there. And we'll figure out what to do. Where is Comic Book Guy? Is he in the building?
Must never run.
He glitched.
Again.
He glitched. What? Should I go to the front of the school? I think that's how I'll try and reset him. Just go in the front door. Oh no, don't come down on me, Spider.
Oh, I need a disco nap.
Comic Book Guy did not respond, so I'm going to have to restart the level. Actually, you know what I can just do? I can just... No? Well, you know the mission name, Long Black Probes. I don't like the name of that, but whatever. Also, I totally thought I just set my Stutz Bearcat down in there, and I was a little mad. It did crush a witch, though, it looks like. Yeah, a witch. So good on you, spawning. Taking care of witchcraft. But here's Comic Book Guy. He's supposed to be standing over here. Don't know how he got moved all the way near the basketball court and underground, but, you know, whatever.
Hey, you there! Smelly Sam! What's going on?
The alien craft is using some sort of tractor beam to suck up trespassers to their doom. Worst effects ever.
But that's real!
Worst effects ever.
What's with the cool black car?
My knowledge of sci-fi movies is correct, which it is. The black car is an advanced probe for the mother ship. Now, if you're through, I will spend my last hours on Earth complaining about movies on the internet.
The gift of life is wasted on you.
Yes, I recommend you obtain a zombie car. It will protect you well, but it runs on human brains. Slight drawback.
I got plenty of those.
Well, now we need to go buy the zombie car, but there's something I want to show. So that means we got to go to a race. Anyway, we could go purchase it from the cemetery, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to go do something else. It's a little disappointing that I spent all this time coming over here, and I spent, in reality, I need to spend like 2 minutes over here. Also, I just pushed a ghost out of the way. That's how powerful this car is. Are you the one I want? I think you're the one I want. I want the one that replaces Ralph, I believe.
Okay, living dead, let's do this and get back to trying to kill each other. Sounds like plan.
Yes, this is what I wanted. So, that's a very grotesque image of a zombie they have there. It doesn't match any actual zombies in the game, but whatever.
Brains.
Appropriate countdown. But we're having a race against two of the, well, they're all NPC vehicles really. The difference is that the hearse can like actually be driven. Well, you can actually drive all these. It's just, you know, the hearse is a car that you can own and store from the phone booth, but it's not a character car like the other ones, and you can't tell who's driving it because, you know, this is the last level. Also, Homer's just talking. I'll let him talk. So we got a ways to go around here. Not quite as long. And they cut off the shortcuts. That's just rude. I wanted to go flying. But we come down here, knock over some signs, and it doesn't get the police on us, even though this guy's still on our butt. Fly across here. Don't smash into the wall. That's a problem I do remember. Like he did. He just smashed into the wall. But that can be a problem when you're doing stuff. I was about to say, this better not be, blocked off. Oh, that acceleration is going to kill me. That guy getting blocked, that guy accidentally hitting the wall like I almost did, it ended up saving my butt. I feel like it's not supposed to be this easy. Yeah, I definitely think I got lucky with the AI doing some mishaps, but you can come all the way down here to the power plant and win the race.
Everyone
Excellent comment.
but me.
That is partially true, Homer. That's how I'll rate that. But you might notice that this zombie we can buy something from. The zombie car. And if you buy it, oh my gosh. Did it really? Did it actually? Okay, so that's the catch. To have the same model of zombie, they just sort of transported. Also, these cars don't know how to turn around. To get the same model of zombie again, they just sort of transported the zombie that you buy the car from in the desert over here after the race, since presumably you wouldn't be doing much else with them, and they also expect you to have the zombie car already. But I didn't, and so you can buy it from him down here at the power plant. Now the catch is, it seems like it actually spawned the car over at the cemetery. So I'm going to hijack one of these cars and see if my theory is actually correct. So I would say I meet you back over there, but I would say I'd meet you back over there, but I'd rather show the trip off. We'll come back down here and explore this more thoroughly. Trust me, we're going to be making a lot of trips over back this way. It's just not necessary right now. And besides, this episode's getting a little beefy. I'm trying to get y'all out of the way, but it ain't working. Oh, there's stuff on top there. I hate climbing up there. And there's cobwebs. I hate cobwebs too. There it is, sitting right there. So obviously they didn't quite expect you to buy the car over there since they didn't program the car to spawn over there. It was just a little shortcut that they thought wouldn't make a big difference, and it really doesn't make that big a difference, but it's still humorous. That's the only time I know of that. Actually, that's the only time that can happen, because you never buy a car straight from Millhouse, Nelson, or Ralph.
Just a few more.
But you can see the zombie car has some skulls on the back of, like, where the exhaust is coming out, and it's a little creepy. But this car is surprisingly zippy. Has a good motor behind it. I like it. It actually reminds me a lot of the monster truck. Has some big tires in the back, so it leaves some nice skid marks. It's actually interesting how, because it has different size tires, the front and back tires leave different size tracks, if you can sort of see there. Yeah, you can see it there more clearly. GameCube, please, just work with me. Just work with me. Now that's one of the races down, and I know there's one in front of the Quickie Mart. I don't quite remember where the second one is, though. Well, oh gosh, no. We'll just deal with that later. And, you probably do. But, collect that wrench, because this car is brittle, and we've already ruined it quite a bit. But, climb out and talk to comic book guy.
Hey, you there, Smelly Sam. What's going on?
The alien craft is
Oh wait,
using
we've
some
already
sort
seen
of
this.
track-
Long black probes. Find out where the alien car is headed. Follow the car.
Sweet.
So hop into our vehicle, and the alien car will immediately start racing along. Fortunately, our goal is just to follow it. We don't need to destroy anything. Settle down. Settle down. Oh wow, I damaged that car hard. Fortunately, we can keep up easy with this. And, come... Oh my gosh, what just happened there? And it shot me forward, too, and somehow I'm still alive. There we go. So I don't know what happened there. It was interesting, though. Anyway, what I was trying to say before I got launched 500 feet into the air... Man, this car is causing all sorts of havoc. What I was trying to say before was, comic book guy said this thing runs on brains, but that's never addressed how, like, Homer fuels it. I don't quite want to know. But the point is, it doesn't have any practical effect in the game. So, just like how you don't have to fill it up at gas, presumably you don't have to fill this up on human brains. So, that's good. And smacking to the wall like that is pretty bad. That's what happened that one time. Yeah, that's what happened to that car during the race. And it can be pretty brutal, as you can see right here. Crashing into a trailer is also pretty brutal. Man, this is actually screwing me over pretty hard.
Why do you...
Oh, there's the B guy again, just in case you're wondering where he is in this level. Because he's shown up in this variation of the map every time, I think. At one place or another.
Looks harder than it is.
Let's continue down here. He's trying to slow me down by throwing lampposts and zombies in my way. And solid fence posts, but I will not let that stop me this time. The thing about this car, aside from it being so brittle, is that,
Learn to drive, you
the
dumbass.
exhaust coming out like that, because it's so dark, it constantly makes me think that this car is damaged, and it's sort of hard to tell when it actually starts smoking like that. But, come down here. Come down here. I thought I was going to slam into the wall.
The power plant? But I'm bored of this level. In your face!
Well, alright, that's the thing to say. And we can talk to Professor Frank, but I think I'm going to... Yeah, you see, it's basically the same color now. Oh, there's this gag that we can do. It's basically the same color as the fumes, and it's sort of hard to tell. But we can spew radiation into the air. Cause some mass mayhem. I'm going to go and collect some of that stuff on the farm before I forget. Just because it's around. Also, they have bunkers around these lights, like sandbags or something. I don't know why. Why this is like a fortress or something. Oh, probably like a military base against the zombies. That would make sense. Especially since there's a... Looks like a artillery unit there destroyed. You know, if the apocalypse were to happen, it would make sense to set up base around an energy source. Though probably not good to have one as high-tech. Oh, also here's the wage race if we ever need it. Well, I mean, we will need it, but God forbid. I'm not looking forward to that one. But the point is, if you were to if something like that were to happen, it would make sense to set up near an energy resource, since you could power yourself and keep your semblance of civilization going, and it would also provide defense against whatever you're trying to defend yourself from. The only thing is that nuclear power plants are very complicated, and I don't think you'd be able to run it just with like a limited resource, with the limited knowledge just in general amount of survivors carry. I'm thinking way too hard about this. That's what I do. I overthink things in games. But what I don't need to overthink is just coming up here and platforming to get this collector card. Can I? Oh, it's spinning. Wasn't expecting that. Try coming back up here. Wait for you to get into position. There we go. It is weird that it spins for some reason. But you can see, if Homer will get his donut head out of the way, you can see that now the crop field is shaped like Bart. It might have done that in level 4, but again, my memory is very cloudy. But it's interesting nonetheless. And also, instead of a tobacco farm, it's now a field of jack-o'-lanterns. What? What? You're going to put a wasp up there? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. This is going to be annoying. Oh man, this is going to be annoying. Oh my god, and it shoots. That didn't even hit it! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for coming down. I still hate your guts, but I will destroy you now. Yes! Okay, sorry, I got a little into that. But that wasp was a pain. That was not a fun experience, I gotta admit. That wasn't fun. That'll be all for this episode. It might have run a little long, but you know, whatever. That's not quite the way I wanted to end today's recording session, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't worry, we'll change out of this evil thing. Homer will have to starve. Then again, are you really starving if you're eating yourself? I mean, it's not like you're producing new energy into your system, because you're taking away energy that was already stored up and just repurposing it. If anything, you'd lose some energy in the transition. Like, it's a short-term gain in energy, but long-term, it'll want to regrow those cells. But I'm overthinking things again. See you guys next time.